Hey yo, what's up everybody, it's Zen JJ. Today we're going to talk about basically what happened to your Rak miner and of course some minor updates that you might need to do, and of course from there you have to basically do some manual work on your Rak miner itself if let's say you guys are looking to basically optimize and of course maximize your rewards on Helium mining. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification and leave a thumbs up to this video. And of course without further ado, we're going to jump into the video talking about first of all my Discord channel, which I have set up to basically build a small community over there, so you guys can use the link down below to basically click, and after that from there read the rules and click on the thumbs up, and after you'll be able to access all of the channel over here. And of course if let's say you guys have any questions about this this update or this whatever thing that we are gonna do today, you have to basically, I would say, if let's say you have any doubts or whatsoever, just join the Discord channel, and after that from there you can use the Helium chat over here to basically ask any questions if you want to, and of course we can basically assess you over there. So over here, we are going to basically do a Helium recap on what is this Helium about. Basically, for those who are new to the channel, you guys are looking for how to basically mine or whatsoever, you came across this video. Basically, this over here is, I would say, Helium itself, it is like an Internet of Things, the IoT thing. And of course, over here, your Helium hotspot itself is going to act like a cell tower to basically provide proof of coverage. And after that, from there, you guys will get rewarded for basically operating this, and of course providing maximum proof of coverage. And of course the network is going to reward you with the HNT token, and over here the HNT can be sold for real cash. And of course, yes, people are making passive income off this device itself. Is it I would say is the device the consumption is wise, it is not very heavy like the ASIC miner that we know of. Instead, it is a very light thing to basically operate. It is, I would say, you won't even see a single thing or a bill spike or whatsoever on your electricity itself, because this device itself, most of them, they are running on Raspberry Pi 4, which is I would say it is a very light version of computers that you want to talk about. And of course you can basically learn more on my channel itself. Previously I've done a playlist which is going to pop up above over here, a white color icon, over here. Just head over to the playlist, and of course you can basically learn everything that you need to know of. Basically, first of all, what is the HNT, what is this Helium, and after that how is people making like 1.3k a day. And after that from there I bought mine, basically my journey, and of course the much more technical part itself, a full guide on basically unboxing and after the setting up, and of course the relay, and of course everything. This is a necessary must do, because if let's say you're on relay, that means your hotspot is earning lesser. And of course over here, how I managed to basically 4.5 times my rewards just by switching something, which is the antenna from indoor to outdoor. And of course over here, like previously, there was basically we're going to talk about what happened to this Helium once again. Right, so previously itself, we know that Helium basically the Helium network went down for, I would say, around 13 to even 17 hours, or even a few days. I would say like 1 or 2 days the Helium network went totally down. And of course right now we are looking at not the network being down, but of course the validators, not really validators, but of course the proof of work miners, the proof of coverage miner, which is us, the hotspot user. Basically, like on this hotspotty map itself, we can see, I'm just going to show it to you. So over here on this map itself is the Singapore map, and you can see there's a green dot and red dot, so self-explanatory. Basically the green dot itself, it is online, and of course the red dots over here is offline. So like, what the fuck is happening, man? Like, almost, I would say, looking at this picture itself, I can see that there's maybe a rough gauge of 20 to 30% of the hotspot in Singapore is going down. And of course it is not by purpose, and of course it is not an entity out I don't know what, a blackout in Singapore whatsoever. None of that have happened. But of course, why is this all of this miner down itself? So I will just tell you straight away. For the makers itself in Singapore itself, most of it is by Rak Wireless / MNTD. And of course I would say I already done a comparison of the Rak miner and of course Sensecap. So over here we can see that almost, like, I will say 20 to 30% of the hotspot is down. And after that, it is fucking frustrating, because I am personally running most of my hotspot itself as Rak miners, and after that I would say it is from Rak. And of course I am kind of pissed off, because every time they did do a single I would say like a firmware upgrade or whatsoever, shit's gonna happen, man. Basically hotspot is going down, stinging issue, and after that from there, it's fucking frustrating, man. Sorry that I curse a lot, because it is too frustrating, and after that I am getting a lot of complaints and everything. So I am kind of pissed off with this firmware update. And of course, why can't this thing be done properly? And of course we're gonna talk about basically over here, most of the miners are down, and of course I will confidently say that most of the miner here that is down is a Rak miner. And we're just gonna click on a few, man. Information. So what is this? What is the maker? Rak Wireless. Okay, so the next one we're just gonna click, and after that from there we're just gonna agasi, man. So over here, Rak NMTD again. Over here we're gonna do maker unknown. I do not know what is this. By right, it should be unknown. So So the next one, Rak Wireless again, and after that over here the Changi Airbase one. Okay, so this is Panther X, so this is not I don't know why it's wrong. So over here this is Cow Chip, basically it's another, I would say, related to Rak or something like that. Over here another Rak, so we can see that most of the miner that is down over here, which is all Rak miners, and after that, like, what is seriously wrong with Rak, and after Cow Chip as well. So over here we can see that majority of the miners that I am be clicking on, the red dots itself, it is Rak slash Link, and of course some Bobcat, and after that many more. So we can see that majority of it that we are clicking on it, it is, yeah, I'm proving it to you, it is Rak. And another one, another Rak, and over here another Rak. So over here, like, what the fuck is wrong? And after that, from there we are going to talk about, is it only the Rak miner or whatever. So on this image itself, this is 2-page basically, wait man, alright, so this 2-page itself is basically the hotspots that I currently own, and after that, from there it is running on the network already, and of course from there I'm just going to tell you pinpoint what is which miner over here. So over here on this page itself, we can see my arrow itself, this page itself, which is on my face on top of it, this page itself, it is showing all the miner that is the, what is that called, Rak Wireless. So over here you can see on this orange dot itself, it is offline, and of course over here I have this page over here, which is over here on the left side. Is it the left side? Yes, it's the left side for me. And over here I would say yeah, basically this side itself, it is showing like most of the miner is up, and I would say only the first miner on top itself is a Sensecap miner, which I recently bought, and after I've been testing it. And over here you can see the rest itself is all Rak miners, and after that we can see there's one offline, and of course there is some that is working fine after the firmware update, and of course we can see that my Sensecap itself is working fine, and we are gonna go in depth into it later on. And over here we can see that yeah, basically some of the miners has been doing fine because of the firmware update, and of course, yeah, basically the firmware update had happened, like I would say, around 2 or 3 days ago. So if you realize that 2 or 3 days ago your miner is like offline singing, and after that not generating income, and you might be like, hey, what is wrong, man? So this video is going to tell you what is wrong. So I'm just going to show you my hotspots performance like one by one. Alright, so on Hotspot itself is a dashboard for all of my hotspots, and after that we can see currently there is 14 that is online, and after that you can see there's 6 offline, and yeah, basically I would say this 6 is all the Rak miner, and of course my Sensecap is working fine, and of course we can just basically see the average. Basically right now as our average itself 0.06 for around 14 hotspots, and I would say that it is kind of bad. And over here this is one of the wallet that I'm holding, basically 8 hotspot, and after that the generating income is 0.07. so the picture itself, so over here this is basically whatever is behind on the hotspot itself, which I'm not going to show because it's going to release all of the hotspots name, which I do not want to. So over here this is the overview, and after that you can see there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4 hotspot that is working fine, and out of all of this is Rak, and after that one of this is Sensecap. So over here we can see that most of my Rak miner is down, and after that it's not generating income for the past 2 to 3 days, I would say. And after that we are going to look at the next page. Over here the next page itself that has around 6 miners, so this is the page with the 6 miner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and after that this is lucky worse, I would say. 6 miner generating almost 0.1 HNT per day, which is trash, and after that one is down, and after that another one is working fine with 0.11, and of course one is like, I do not know, man, 0.01, maybe sending a beacon or whatsoever. So here this is the frustration that I want to talk about, basically talking about this Rak itself. So every single, if you have been like monitoring your Rak itself, you might notice that during the last month itself, December, we have seen a lot of downtime. Basically they did, the Helium push out an update, and after that from there the manufacturer, the hotspots itself, they need to do a firmware update, and of course when they do this firmware update itself, they basically need to download the firmware to basically reinstall the thing, and after that from there I believe that the miner will basically do a reset, and after that from that it's going to basically resync again on whatever block, whatever snapshot that they have taken, and after that from there you will need to understand that the blockchain has been growing throughout time, and after that from there, of course, right now we are now, if you realize that your hotspot itself, it is using this thing called a 32GB memory SD card, and which is the high endurance one, or basically whatever the default one they offer to you. Basically on your Rak itself you will see like a black tape on the thing itself. I do not have a Rak over here, so it is on the hotspot itself there's a black tape. You need to remove the black tape, and you will see the SD card inside. And of course right now, what is the official news? You need to upgrade your hotspot. Alright, so thanks to the people on the community on Singapore crypto platform itself, which is a Discord channel talking about Helium, and after that from there other cryptocurrency. If you want, you can join the Discord down below, links down below. So over here, just a heads up for everybody who are, you know, playing with this Rak slash MNTD itself. For the member with existing Rak miner, you could do consider upgrading your SD card to the 64GB SD card to prevent further issues, as prepared for the incoming blockchain growth, as is announced by basically Gemastello, which is the guy that is behind the MNTD slash Rak person, I would believe that that's the public relation person. So over here I would say that currently right now all the Rak miner that we are using has a 32 GB SD card itself. So to prevent all of this shit from happening, you might need to basically upgrade your SD card. And after that, how do you like upgrade your SD card itself? Yeah, basically over here. Over here, there's the this official page done by the Rak Wireless, and over here the SD card upgrade and backup. So what you need to do is basically you need to pull out the SD card from your Rak miner, and after that from there you need to use the SD converter card to plug it into your PC, and from there you need to basically do a update. I mean like a backup using the software that they are basically offering to you. So over here image backup. So over here if you're using Mac, it's going to tell you how to use the Mac one, and of course over here I'm using Windows, so we're going to look at the Windows. So you need to download this thing called a Win32 disk imager, and after that from there you need to basically choose the device wherever you plug your SD card to, and after that from there you can basically click on the update, and after that from there do a backup. So once it's done, once the update, I mean the backup is done, you need to basically restore it on the what is that called, your new 64 GB itself. You might want to use this restoring image guide itself to basically know how to flash this 32G to this 64G, and after that from there you can just plug it back, and after that switch on your miner and let it play. So over here the conclusion itself, if you previously watched this Sensecap N1 versus the Rak Wireless itself, I would say which is a better hotspot itself. It clearly shows that the Rak itself, it is, I would not really say it's trash or whatsoever. It is usable, but of course, yeah, technically speaking, once I use the Sensecap, yeah, I would say Rak is trash, because to be honest, my Rak itself is version 1.5, no Bluetooth option. You need to switch off the device to get into Bluetooth mode, and of course right now you need to freaking upgrade your SD card. And of course for Sensecap itself, I do not need to do anything because they by default already are generous enough to give you a 64 GB SD card in the device itself, and of course they have a back-end dashboard to monitor everything. So just imagine that I have, I don't know how many, 8 plus 6, so I have 14 miners that is running around in Singapore, and after that it is all located throughout the island itself. And after that, if I go over to the Rak support itself telling them that hey, I got this miner that is down, and after that from there how can I do it, the first thing they're going to tell you is, oh, you need to basically do the pairing. So what you need to do is head over to your hotspot, switch it off, and after that from there switch it on, and after that from there sit down there near to the hotspot, and after that basically pair to this hotspot, and after you have to wait, and after that wait to take a screenshot and then send it to them for support and whatsoever. But of course, just think about it, I have 14 hotspots that's located in Singapore. I need to do this throughout the whole day. Japa, I would say that I have much more things to do. And of course I would say that using the Sensecap itself, you can just head over to the dashboard and basically read everything, and after that you can understand how is the diagnosis and everything. So I would say if you want to buy a hotspot itself, try to avoid Rak itself. I'm not like dissing Rak because I'm like promoting for Cryptogether or whatsoever, but of course I will say it clearly shows that the result is there, and I'm being very transparent with you. I'm showing you the results, and I'm kind of pissed off because of the miner that is going down. And after that, throughout the day itself, I would say December all the way to January itself, we have seen like a lot of downtime for Rak itself. And why is that? So because of the firmware update, and this firmware update itself is basically causing issues to the Rak miner to basically reward. Okay, so the next thing, I'm just gonna stop talking about Rak and dissing them also because I'm freaking pissed off. So we're just gonna talk about the Sensecap itself. For Sensecap itself, I remember that because the blockchain is getting bigger and bigger, so what the manufacturer has been offering to do is to basically run their own validator. So why does this validator like help with the ecosystem itself? If let's say the manufacturer runs the validator itself, they have their own proof of blockchain. Basically, they are validating blocks on their own, and of course the miner itself can tap into this validator network to basically pull the latest block. Instead of downloading the whole blockchain itself, they can just flash it from the latest block of the validators that they have done / approved. They can just basically drag the data out, and after that from there just put it onto the hotspot, and the hotspot can use the data from the validator without like needing to download the whole blockchain. And I would say that this is the turbo sync or whatsoever that is offered by Sensecap. But of course on Rak itself there is no turbo sync, and of course most of my miner is showing me offline / singing. And after that from there I would say, alright, so we have to basically every firmware update you have to wait 3 to 5 days, then your hotspot will work normally. And after that, from there, this 3 to 5 day of downtime itself, you know how much money you're losing, definitely you know. And of course, it will break into your ROI, and after that, your return of investment is going to be super slow. And after that, it's fucking frustrating if let's say you have it located around the globe, I mean around the nation, the island itself. You need to basically head over to basically, you want to say Choa Chu Kang one, and after that Clementi, then after that suddenly you go Orchard, and after that you need to basically go one by one to do this diagnosis, and after that look at it, and after that from there, yeah man, no point man, I would say. Yeah, just do your best, and after that from there I would say, yeah, basically I've come to the end of the video. So I've come to the end of this renting video itself. If you like the video, kindly hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notification. And of course, if you want to buy your hotspot itself, I have the links down below which you can basically use, and after that from there, yeah, enjoy your hotspot when it's here in Singapore. And feel free to join my Discord if let's say you need any help / assistance. And of course, you can join the Singapore crypto platform Discord as well for hotspot related issues. So I've come to the end of the video. Bye bye, gonna see you on the next one. Peace.